Hey guys, happy Wednesday. So I have decided that I'm going to try to come live in here at least twice a week to talk about my journey and as my fitness journey and my journey as a parent. Because those are like the two topics that people mostly follow me for, is because I'm on a fitness journey and I have kids. I have kids in very wide range of ages. I have a 13-year-old, almost 14-year-old, and a 4-year-old, almost 5-year-old who had a twin who passed away. So I am at all ends of the spectrum. My son has type 1 diabetes, and obviously my daughter dealt with a loss of a sister that she can barely remember because she was 12 days old when she passed away. 6 days old, our twin daughter had a heart attack and was on life support for 6 days. Brainstem was dead, and that is when we let her go to heaven. But today, I want to talk about a really important topic of parenting that I think is super important, and that is electronics, technology, and social media. So this is mostly in regard to my 13-year-old, my son, because he obviously wants to be able to text his friends, wants to have a phone, wants to be able to go on the internet, wants to go on YouTube, wants to do all these things. Obviously, wants to have Snapchat, wants to have TikTok, wants to have all these things, Instagram, right? Well, for us, we did let my son get a smartphone the Christmas after he turned 12. So he turned 12 in November. December, he was able to get an iPhone. It was a free iPhone because my husband was upgrading his phone. So basically, I pay $20 a month for him to have a phone. He does chores around the house to earn that phone. Also, with his diabetes, he needs to have the Follow app for his Dexcom on a smartphone. Before, he had an iPod. That's how we tracked it before. But there, you had to be somewhere with Wi-Fi. Where now with his phone, you can get the numbers when you don't have Wi-Fi, which is really, really amazing. We did something on his phone, though. I don't know if all parents do this, but we limited his phone. So between the hours of 10 p.m. and 7 a.m., he's not able to go on any websites. Basically, he's not to do anything except for get phone calls, get text messages, and his Dexcom Follow app. Those are the only things that are allowed between the hours of 10 p.m. and 7 a.m., and that is just how we do it with him. We have had a few issues with friends texting after 10 p.m., but we're working on that, obviously. Another thing we don't allow is we don't allow him to have social media. You know, he did have a Snapchat at one time. We got rid of that because for me, this is just me. Obviously, everybody can do whatever they want with their own kids, but I don't think teenagers need to have social media. So basically, I've told him he could have social media once he's 18. I think that's fair. I know in high school, a lot of his friends are going to have social media. He has one more year to high school. So definitely going to reevaluate as times change. But for right now, don't think he needs social media with all of the comparisons, self-esteem. I mean, he's a boy. It's a little different than a girl. But there's just also those predators out there, which he doesn't think exists as a 13-year-old. But that's really where we're at, is just making sure that we have time in our day where we put our devices away. Even this summer for his video games, he needs to earn video game time. So for us, it's walking 8,000 steps. So he needs to be active, do something, do a long walk, do a workout at home, do something to be active, because he would just sit around and play video games all morning and then be bored. We're like, well, you can go for a walk. You can do these chores around the house and earn extra video game playing time. So, we have our kids on commission system, not allowance. So he can either earn money for what he does, or he can earn video game time. And he most often chooses video game time because he wants to play video games more than the 3 hours that we set. Obviously, when school's going on, things are different, but with the possibility of virtual learning going on again, we'll just see what happens. But this whole parenting thing, especially for teenagers, is changing every single day, right? So we have to adjust. But I feel at 13, like, we're able to have conversations, and he's able to say what kind of schooling he'd be interested in this year. So obviously I don't want to put all that out on social media, but just want to share a little bit of the things we're doing in regards to technology and social media for our teenagers. So I hope this was helpful. If there's other topics you want me to talk about, send me a message. Let's connect. And I hope everybody's having a fantastic Wednesday.